Hello everyone. Welcome to the lecture of EC 8651 Transmission Lines and RF System. This is the introduction lecture. I am Dr. Markandan from Department of ECE, SRM TRP Engineering College. We are going to see the basics of transmission lines and what are the types of transmission line, why students have to study this subject. Basically, transmission lines will come under the category of waveguides. Waveguides are nothing but which are carrying signals from one point to another point. There are three common type of waveguides. One is transmission lines, fiber optic guides, and waveguides. By studying this subject, students can understand how signals are carried out using transmission lines, where they are applied in the real time, how exchanges are exchanging the information between one telephone exchange to another telephone exchange, one data center to another data center, one mobile tower to another mobile tower. All are interconnected using transmission lines. They may be connected using different kinds of transmission line, but all are carrying signal from one point to another point. Most of our back-end communication are carried out by transmission line, though we are predominantly using wireless in our front end between user and our network, but our networks are wired networks. For wired networks, transmission lines are very much essential. There are a lot of job opportunities are available in studying the transmission lines and understanding the transmission line and understanding the losses, and while designing the transmitter and receiver, we should know how the impedances and the losses are carried out in transmission line. Based on that only we can design the transmitter and receiver structures. Let's come to the point. There are three type of waveguiding structure. Predominantly, the transmission line fiber optics are widely used. Waveguides are used in very specific fields. Transmission lines are running in parallel. The transmission lines are nothing but two conductors running in parallel. Wherever you see in our electrical lines or coaxial lines, cable TV lines, your DTH cables, all are will come under the category of transmission line because they have minimum two conductors running in parallel to close the circuit. They can transmit in a higher frequency. They can handle low amount of power. They don't have any signal distortion unless there is a loss. They may not have immune to interference. These are some characteristics of transmission lines. You can in this picture, in first picture, you can see coaxial cable is best example for transmission line. Your cable TV, we have cable TV line in our home, right? That's the best example. Two-inlet cable is another one example. For students, they are doing lot of experiments using this. This is another example of transmission line. You might have seen this in offices, networks. Wherever there is a LAN network, local area network, internet is required, these cables will be there. This transmission line having four pairs of cable, four pairs of twisted pair cable. If you see, four pairs are there. Each pair having two cables. One is white color, another one is some form of color. White color cable is twisted with another cable. Green, red, orange, blue. These colors are used. Transmission lines not only whatever we are seeing in physical form, we can see them in terms of PCBs also. We can realize them in PCBs also using microstrip line, in terms of microstrip line or strip line or coplanar waveguides. Microstrip lines are nothing but whatever you are seeing in normal PCB board, printer circuit board. Printer circuit boards are placed in all kinds of electronic devices, electronic gadgets. You can see microstrip line in that. Strip lines also we can see. If you see this picture, there is a PCB board it is connected using two connectors. In between there is a microstrip line. We call it as a trace. In PCB terms, we can call it as a trace. In this form also you can realize transmission rather than realizing the transmission line in terms of wire. By using trace, PCB trace also you can realize transmission lines. There is another form of waveguide realization. One is fiber optic guide. This is also widely used nowadays, which is getting popular because previously it was used only in backend. Nowadays, even for homes also, they are getting fiber connections for getting internet and TV. We have lot of fiber connection. Airtel is giving, Jio is giving, Hathway is giving, Act is giving. Lot of companies are giving fiber optics because they can travel signal in longer distances and with very less loss. And also fiber optic cables will carry signals in form of light, unlike in previous transmission line where signals are carried in form of electromagnetic waves. Here signals are carried in form of light. The medium of the fiber is made up of glass. In colloquial term we call it as a glass. In technical term we can call it as a silicon dioxide, silica. Okay, but transmission lines are made up of copper. There are two types of fiber: single mode fiber and multi mode fiber. For single mode fiber, they can carry only one channel. For multi mode fiber, they can carry large amount of signals. Because of carrying large amount of channel, their diameter of the core is very high. What is a basic? As I told, fiber optic medium is silica. It will transmit signals in form of light. The basic propagation mechanism is total internal reflection. If you see this below figure, there is a laser is touching green color light. That light is not going out of the fiber. Fiber glass rod is there, right? That glass rod, the light is not going out of the fiber. It is getting reflected inside the fiber itself. So thus the light is reaching from this end to that end by reflecting inside the fiber itself. This effect is called as total internal reflection. Another one form of waveguides is waveguiding structure is waveguides. These waveguides are made up of metallic structures. Hollow metallic tubes are there. They can propagate signal in higher frequency. They can propagate with lesser wavelength. The main advantage of these waveguides is they are less immune to interference. They are more immune to interference because it is made up of metal. There is less chances of getting interference by another signal. Likewise, each waveguiding structure has separate advantages. Transmission lines have separate. They are very cheap compared to optical fiber. Optical fibers are little bit costly nowadays. The cost of the fiber is coming down because of usage of plastics, and you can transmit for longer distance. These waveguides are used only in specialized structure where you need such kind of environment. Less interference environment is needed. There you can use waveguide structure. Okay, let me summarize once again. By studying these transmission lines, students can understand the purpose of using transmission line, especially for communications, and how to design transmitter and receiver, and how to understand the losses, how to match the losses using impedance matching, and what are the types of transmission lines are available now. These things students can understand. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your patient listening.